have special stock documents to in SAP. So the first important process is third-party process, third-party procurement. Hope you are able to see, right? Hello.
Yes, you are
Yes.
screen.
Okay. This is the one process, third-party process. Okay, and the next one is subcontracting process. Subcontracting process. Okay, the third step is consignment. Very important consignment process. The consignment procurement process. And we have like other ones, which is like project order stock procurement. And sales order stock procurement. Okay. And the sixth one is stock transport order. Okay. And RTP, returnable transport packaging. Transport packaging. Okay. And invoice plan. So in invoice plan we have two: periodic invoice plan. Okay, and partial invoice plan. Okay, and we have ERS, violator receipt settlement. Okay, and direct consumption. Okay, so we have few very important special procurement scenarios. So let's see what are the very important special stock procurements. Okay, we should know about the third party procurement process. Okay, we should know about the third party procurement process. It's very important. And we should know about the subcontracting process. It's very important. And we should know about the consignment process, procurement process, and STO process. Okay. So out of these all, okay, these four are very important in the procurement process. Okay. Other than this, if you're talking about the other process, so it depends on the client whether they can use or whether it might be they cannot use. Okay, it depends on the business, but most of the people they are using this third party process and subcontracting and consignment. Okay, and this STO process. Most of the people they will use, right?
Yes.
So I hope how many you know these procurement process, special stock procurement? At least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like. I thought that maybe you are all aware about the stock transport order
All available stock transfer and
and transport third party procurement. You know third party procurement,
subcontract.
subcontracting. You know, okay, okay. Then consignment. Did you know consignment process?
Oh,
Okay, okay. Let's see the one by one. Okay, um, what is the third party process, subcontracting process, consignment process, and project? Like we'll see one by one. Okay. Okay. So what do you mean by third party process? I'm just saving this one. Clearing this. Okay. Now go to third party process. Let's go to third party process. So what do you mean by third party process? I think the initial class, I think I just explained about the what is the third party process. So did anyone remember this? What we talking about this third party? The initial class we discussed about this one with example as well. No? Okay. Let's go to this third party. Okay. So third party procurement process is nothing but like okay, we will get the order from customer. Okay. So let's say customer I ordered the product. Customer ordered the product. Is which they requested that okay some stock which is required like maybe mobile. They order some mobile. Okay. Let's assume that their mobile order. So we received as a company. Okay. We received a order. Okay. Now what I will do, I will requesting vendor, okay, for buying from outside. Okay, buying from outside is nothing but like it depends on the client. Okay, so they can buy from the vendors, right? Buying from the vendor. Okay, so and also what he requested the company, okay, please prepare shipment directly to customer. So instead of vendor is sending back to company, vendor is sending back to company. Okay, the dispatch. So instead of this one, what he company is requesting that please dispatch directly to the customer. Okay, so in this case, what will be happen? The goods will directly move to customer from vendor. Okay, so here it is a this is a sales order, right? Customer order. Okay, this is let's say I put that simply S4. Okay, and company ordering to vendor PO. Okay, but the goods dispatched from vendor to customer. Okay, instead of the vendor is sending back to my company and again my company preparing the goods and preparing this packing and loading, unloading and transport. Instead of these all expenses, we want to reduce these expenses. We requesting vendor to directly dispatch to the customer. Clear? What do you mean by third party procurement? Did you understand what is the third party procurement process here? So we will get the order here. Okay, we will get the order from the customer. Okay, so we will create a purchase order to the vendor. Okay, that means I'm doing trading business instead of producing my product. I'm just doing the trading product. Okay, so I requested that vendor to dispatch directly to customer. I think you see that Amazon, Flipkart. Okay, even if you see that this Swiggy also sometimes they are dispatched directly. Okay, so Amazon and Flipkart they are majorly using this third-party business process document business.
But Amazon and Flipkart is not taking any responsibilities of the goods, right? If I'm not wrong.
No, they will take responsibility. Okay, they have some agreements between the vendor and the company. Okay, So they definitely take. Why? Because this Amazon Flipkart. It's not only product; it is also giving the service, best services. That's why they are charging that 1 year warranty, 2 years warranty, like Amazon warranty, right?
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
they have the agreements like sometimes if it is dispatched for false item, so when they are the customer is ready to return, so the vendor also should accept that return. Okay, there should be some return policy also it is there, right?
Okay.
Okay, so this is the third party procurement process. Okay, so now coming to this third party process, third party procurement process. So how the billing will be happen and where is my profit if if instead of I'm giving my order to the vendor, okay, how I will get the profit and as well how I will get the security deposit. Okay, so when customer order, okay, which is received by me. Okay, let's say I'm here. Okay, so we will receive the ASWA sales order. Okay, so the sales order instead of and the sale with along with sales order, we also sending the billing. Okay, so that means the customer not paying to the vendor. The customer will pay to the company, our company. Okay, and when I order purchase order, okay, vendor, we are taking only we are ordering only purchase order, and also we requesting that give the invoice vendor invoice to me, not to customer, right? So here the billing raised to the customer, company will raise the billing to the customer, and the company will raise the purchase order, and vendor will send the invoice to the company. So that the payment is happening to in my company only. So the payment level, all it is happening in the my company order. So that's why if you see that if you get the order from the shipment, the nearest shipment, okay, they just mention that brand and small details, but they will not mention any other details. Okay, so that's why the vendor invoice and the billing information is completely controlled by our company code, our company. Okay, and between these two only it is happening dispatch, not any more, not any payments or nothing. Only dispatch will be happen from vendor. Clear?
Yes, yes.
So what are the points you need to be understand here? SO received, in my company, received in company,
Invoice prescription to outside the company.
1 minute. Okay. So the first point is SO received, in company, right? And billing will rise by my company. Okay, these 2 points here that between the uh, customer and our company. And the third point is PO created by company, okay, and to vendor, and requesting here the delivery address should be, okay, the delivery address should be customer address, not company address, right? And again, vendor invoice received by issued by our company, right? Now, vendor dispatching directly goes to customer. Clear? So, so if I order 100 rupees, suppose customer order 100 quantity with cost of 100 rupees. Okay. So if it is 1,000 rupees, let's say 10,000 rupees. Okay. The total value is 10,000. When I order to the vendor, so I might be get with cost of 90 rupees. 90 rupees 100 quantity order. So that means 9,000 rupees is the my PO value, and 10,000 rupees is the my SO value. So 10,000 minus 9,000 is 5,000 rupees is the my profit, right?
Yes.
So this is the way they will do the third party procurement process. So the payments all it will be happen in the internally from customer to our company and our company to customer. Clear? So any doubts on this one, Guru
Yes.
and Sagar?
No, I do not. Actually, this is my, I know
Yeah, you are
this.
regular process. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Arjun, you are there. You are joined, Arjun.
Again, not.
Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay. Okay. Next process. What is the next process?
Consignment.
Consignment process.
Yes.
Okay. So vendor consignment process. Let's say vendor consignment process. So this is also very important. I think how many you know about the vendor consignment process? Did anyone know like aware about this vendor consignment process? Might be consignment process in your business. They are speaking about that. Okay, consignment process.
Yes, I do know a little bit of vendor consignment. Here, a customer is procuring from the vendor,
Mm-hmm.
but he's placing his order on customer places, vendor places only, not customer is in his warehouse, if I'm not wrong, right?
Can you repeat? Can you repeat?
The customer is releasing PO to the vendor, okay?
Okay.
Vendor is keeping a material on his warehouse only.
Okay.
That is called vendor consignment. Whenever customer requires material, he
Okay.
delivers to the customer places.
Mm-hmm. No, no. Why you are talking about customer and vendor here? Just talk about our company and the vendor.
Yeah,
So,
same thing if happens also. If I release the PO to the vendor,
uh,
he'll keep the stock in his warehouse depending upon my PO.
mhm.
Whenever customer requires a material, he directly deliver to the customers. It's indirectly we are saying keep the material in your place only, in vendor place only. We are saying what the consignment says.
Uh-huh. No, no, no. It's different. Okay. Okay. So you're talking completely sales point of view. Okay. But here we are completely deals with our company and vendor. Okay. Here there is a point. There is no point of the customer here. Okay. Let's talk. Okay. Suppose this is the my company. Okay. Let's say this is my company. Here the locations are there. So small locations we have. Okay. So let's say we have small location. Okay. Now I order purchase order to vendor. We go to vendor. Okay. So I just mentioned that. Okay, boss, I need a quantity like 1 lakh quantity. Let's assume that I need 1 lakh quantity. Okay. So I order to vendor. Now I requested will go with the vendor consignment process, procurement process. Why? Because at that time, if I need to pay 1 lakh rupees, 1 lakh quantity payment, it is very difficult. Okay, so what we have agreement is, okay, let's keep this 1000 quantity in the my location. So it is your they keep in the our location. So this is my company, boss. This is my company. Okay, this is my company, like some organization. Okay, or your organization maybe. Okay, so there is a small location which is allocated to that. Okay, this vendor consignment stock. This is the vendor consignment stock. Okay, now this vendor consignment stock now. So here the point is the vendor already dispatched the stock to our location. The first point, vendor dispatched the stock to our location. So the first point, but it is okay. It is the owner of the product. So when the owner of product will change, will not change. Okay, the product of the owner of the product will not change. Even it is even the vendor dispatched to our location, and even the stock it is there in our location, the owner of the product still it is not changed. When the owner of the product will change, okay, when you are the so okay, you bought the one house, okay, if you not pay the amount, whether you are the owner for that product house, no, right? Once you paid completely, then only you are the owner. Okay, so here the case is we are not paid amount to the vendor, so that's why it is still controlling by the vendor. Okay, the owner of the stock is completely controlled by the vendor. Okay, but what I requested them, please keep your stock in my premises. Okay, and I will not pay immediately, but I will pay only when I need the stock. That means whenever I utilize the stock, let's say this 1000 1 lakh quantity. Okay, today I'm using 100 quantity. So I'm planning to use the 100 quantity. Okay, now I'm utilizing this 100 quantity, then I am paying 100 quantity of the price. Why? Because at a time, if I want to use the 1 lakh rupees quantity, it is very difficult. So we have agreement like that. So the vendor is ready to keep the stock since because of the might be vendor don't have the storage locations or maybe the capacity and might be there cannot be wait till a long time the storage capacity, storage cost, everything. So they move stock to the our location. Okay, but the liability of the liability still it is not paid. Okay, the owner of the goods still it is not changed. When I use when I utilize the stock, this 100 quantity, then only okay. When I pay the stock, when I pay the amount to the vendor, then only I can say that okay, for this 100 quantity I am the owner because I am paying this amount for 100 quantity. Okay, so if I out of 1 lakh 100 quantity if I use, okay, let's say 10,000. Simply we can say 10,000. Okay. Okay, out of 1 lakh, 10,000 quantity if you utilize, so the remaining 90,000, okay, is this owner, who will be the owner?
Vendor.
Vendor. Well, because I paid only for the 10,000 quantity, I utilized only 10,000 quantity. Okay, again, when I utilize this 10,000 rupees quantity again, okay, and I paid for this amount, then 80,000 rupees is just still it is remaining to the vendor consumer stock. It is not our own stock. So basically, it is not my own stock. It is a vendor consumer stock. Okay, but they are keeping the stock in the our location. Okay, whenever I withdraw the stock or I can consume the stock, then I will ready to pay that amount. But until I will not pay the amount. Okay,
Yeah.
and yeah, any doubts?
No, no.
Okay, now suppose let's say 1 lakh rupees I utilized. Okay, then I paid 1 lakh, then the agreement is closed. Okay, so now let me know in in which companies they are using this vendor consumer process. Any example you can give?
Amazon is doing this thing, I know.
Imagine doing this no means okay, some cases might be they can do,
Yeah,
but
they are storing vendor products in their warehouse when it comes to
yeah,
this.
correct, correct, correct. So yeah, but they are paying I think bulky to maybe monthly or to weekly, not individual. So here the case is individual. When you are utilizing individual the quantity, then you need to pay immediately that individual quantity. Either it may be 10,000. Suppose construction building is there. I order some cement, okay, which is like 10,000 bags. When, at that time, if I need to pay the 10,000 bags cost very expensive, right? So I said that okay, boss, I'm just constructing this one building, okay. So when I use this bags, okay, you can count that bags, okay. If I use it 100 bags, then I will pay 100 bags of the stock value on the same day, okay. So the best example is electrical goods. Electrical goods. Do you know electrical goods? What are the we have? Refrigerator, TV, television, fridge,
Yeah.
like okay, laptops.
Yes, yes.
So
Yeah,
so if you go to any Sony Vision or if you go to any Vijay sales, okay, there are so many products are there. Bulk products are there. So there are so many models are there. So many televisions are there. So many laptops are there. So many electrical goods are there. Okay, so each and every goods is a too expensive cost. So, so they have had an agreement between the vendor and the company. Okay, the vendor is ready. Suppose Samsung is there. Okay, Samsung is ready to put it uh, keeping the stock of the 100 quantity of fridge or 100 quantity of the laptops, 100 quantity of the televisions in the their location, vendor location. Okay, and once the sales happen, the company will inform to the vendor. Okay, why? Because the service and installment will do by the company, right? So we need to inform to the company, boss, I buy this one, so I sold this today, goods. Okay, so I'm ready to pay. So please support to the customer for the for customer service further, right? Hello.
yeah, right.
Yeah. So any doubts in this one process? Did you understand this vendor consumer process? The simple vendor consumer process is nothing but like we are ordering the goods to the vendor, okay, and we're requesting vendor to keep the stock in our premises, okay. Can you go on mute? I'm getting sound. Can you go on mute first? Okay. So I'm requesting vendor to place the stock in our premises. Okay, but the ownership of the stock still it is in the belongs to the vendor. When the ownership will be changed, when the liability, that means whatever the utilized stocks which is I paid amount to the vendor, those stocks okay, only it is the ownership will change. Okay, and the once I consume the stock, I will be paid the amount to the vendor. Okay, so when the invoice will be generated here, in this case, when the invoice will be generated automatically, when the invoice will be generated in
When,
this case,
when product is consumed by the
our company.
company.
Yeah, correct. So either you have to be consume the stock, or either you are agreeing to that. Okay, boss, I think you are keeping the stock from last 2 months. Okay, I don't want to be worried about you. Okay, I don't want to be bothered to you. Okay, let's say I will take the stock completely and I will pay immediately. Those cases also you can pay. Okay, it depends on the both agreements. Okay, so the first case is here. PO created and condition is okay consignment. This is the consignment order, right? And the second is GR received, but here the owner of stock, owner of the stock not transferred. So generally, if I buy the goods from the vendor, okay, the ownership of the stock also it will be changed, right? If I bought the laptop, I am the owner, okay. But when you pay the amount to the vendor, then only it is a your stock. If you are not paid, then it is a vendor stock only. Correct, right? So the owner of the stock not changed, not transferred. Okay. When the stock ownership of stock it is changed, when goods consumed or goods goods transferred to own stock. So this is one and the consumed. Okay. These two cases, okay. So these two cases, the ownership will be changed. Okay. So the ownership will be changed. Okay. I am the owner for that. When I just consume the stock and transfer to own the stock, and when so you have to pay for this amount. Whatever you consume, whatever you transfer to goods, you pay this amount only. Okay. Clear? Any doubts on this vendor consumption process? So until you are consumed and transferred and paid, then only the stock will be our ownership. Okay. Other than that, still the ownership stock is it is a owner, the vendor only it is a owner for the stock. Okay. Clear? So when you are so in SAP how it will be work? Once you got goods consumed or once your goods transferred, then the system will automatically generate the invoice on a regular basis. Automatically generate the invoice. Okay, clear? So if you are using, if you are utilized only 10 quantity, if you are consumed 10 quantity, then the system will generate automatically invoice for 10 quantity. Immediately it is generated. That means it depends on the your background job. Okay, they will run the jobs. In the jobs, they will mention that either it should be run today or immediately, or it might be by evening, by night, it will be run job. Okay, clear? So for normal process, procurement process, and this process is completely different. Clear? Any doubts on this one?
No,
Guru?
no, no.
All right. Okay. Okay. Next, what is the next? What is the next process? You are not maintaining any notes, as you need to maintain notes too. Even it is a okay rough. Even it is a theory part also. You need to be you have to maintain some notes. Okay. Okay. Let's go to the next process. We'll go to subcontracting. I think so many people they know about the subcontracting process. Anyone who knows about the subcontracting process? Anyone knows about the subcontracting process?
Long-term contract, long-term agreement.
No, it's not long-term agreement. Okay, just yeah, tell me what you. Okay, come on. So, what do you mean by subcontracting? I think mostly, I think it is an important process. Everyone using that, right? Yeah, I think in your company also they are using the subcontracting process.
The vendor receives the components from its manufacturer product.
Hmm. Okay,
The
correct,
product
correct.
has to be purchased
Yeah. Okay.
order.
Okay, let's see. Suppose I have the only components. What do you mean by components? Either it may be raw materials, okay, or it may be packing materials, or it may be semi-finished goods, anything, perishable. Okay? So I have only components. Okay, but I need FG product. Okay, now I need to prepare. So generally, if I have the components, if I go to produce the FG product, the finished product, what we will do, we'll create a production order and we'll do the manufacturing everything in our company. Okay, but here in this case, okay, I don't have any machinery. Maybe because of machinery, no machinery, okay, or no power, or no resources, okay, or lack of time, maybe no time. So maybe it is taking time in the my machinery, maybe, okay, but the subcontracting having a more expensive or new technology they can do immediately. Okay, so here the basically what is happening, we are sending these materials, raw materials and packing materials and semi-finished goods to nearest subcontractor. Okay, nearest subcontractor. So what he will do, subcontractor, he will using these all raw materials and packing material, and he will prepare the FG product. Okay, so basically these components are my owner's products. It is not subcontractor. So subcontractor doing only the service like job work. We can say simply job work, right? So any example? Can you give me one example? Simple example for understand. Come on, just think about that. Maybe in our home or it might be in your business or in anything. Okay, let's say one example. Okay, I have red chilies.
Yeah.
Okay, red chilies. Okay, let's. I'm taking example in my home. So I have red chili. Now my mother is thinking that I need red chili powder. I don't want red chilies. I don't want red chili powder to use in my company. Okay, maybe I can use in my home. Okay. Now I have the raw material red chilies, but I cannot. Don't have machinery. Why? Because to preparing that there should be some machinery to prepare the red chili powder. So I'm just going to nearest vendor. Boss, I need really red chili powder. So please take this red chilies. Right? Right?
Yeah.
So he's doing his job work. So he's a subcontractor. Okay. So once he prepared that, once he used this red chilies and he prepared that chili powder. Right? So this is a subcontractor. Okay. Simply like, okay. We are sending our components to the subcontracting and subcontractor and requesting to them to prepare the finished goods. That's all. Okay.
Okay,
Clear?
example one. Repeat one time. Example.
Sorry.
Repeat one.
Hello.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry. Repeat me. I'm
Okay.
saying repeat.
Yeah, yeah. So we are sending our components to the subcontractor and request to them to prepare the finished goods by using the my components. Right. So here we are sending the components like red chilies to the vendor or subcontractor, and I request to them please prepare the finished goods as a chili powder. Chili powder. Clear? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Now, why it is so important to the business? Okay. So most of the businesses, they are using the subcontracting process. Either it may be it's not only preparing the finished goods, even for the packing or maybe courier packing. If you see, go to that courier packing there. Suppose let's say he is also doing like a subcontracting process. So I don't have machinery to pack that. So I have suppose I have pickles. So I just want to be pack that. So I don't have that uh, packing machine or something like. So what I do, I need us to go to packing station. Okay, there I requested that, okay, I have the packing materials and I have the product, so please prepare the finished product like a pa- entire packing like that. Okay, so it's simple. Okay, every business they can use this, so they are using this subcontract process. Now, along with the finished goods, along with finished goods, if there is any extra product, we'll get right, definitely we'll get right extra product. Suppose uh, do you know oil manufacturing? Anyone have you seen that oil manufacturing? How they will prepare the oil? Nearest oil machinery. Did you see anywhere? Okay. So here the product is, suppose I just given that coconut or I just given that groundnut. Okay. I just given that groundnut or coconut. I just given them. Okay. So when they are preparing the oil, okay, along with the oil, there will be some extra product which is extra other product which is produced. That means uh, we added only oil, but along with the oil, there is some other scrap product. Might be scrap product or it may be expensive product. Okay, so those products we called as byproduct. Byproduct. I think have you know about that? How prepare the sugar? Did you see that sugar manufacturing? So they will use the sugar canes. So these sugar canes, when they are using these sugar canes and preparing the sugar, okay, along with the sugar, there is some bad product which is come molasses. This is the extra product. Okay, so along with the finished good, there is some other product which is like molasses. That is too expensive, and they are using for the other purpose. Somewhere they are using for the other purposes. Okay, this molasses we call as a byproduct, and even the oil also. If whatever the extra product which is getting, that we are using for the buffalo's food. Okay, clear? Any doubts?
Nothing from my side.
Okay. So this byproduct is the one concept in the subcontracting process when we order the actual product, but with along with the actual product, we are getting some extra additional product, which is other product. Okay, it is a natural. It is depends on the products. Maybe in some cases we will get a scrap. Okay, maybe if you can go with the steel rods. Okay, so you requested them to prepare some steel rods by using the steel plates. Okay, they prepare the steel rods, but along with the steel rod, there is a scrap like which is scrub. In case of the scrub we received. So those cases, those also sometimes it is expensive. Okay, they might be using for the remodeling or rewashing something they will use. Okay, it depends on the client. Okay, so that also we consider as a byproduct here, the scrap product also. Some cases this byproduct will request vendor to maybe scrap that. Maybe I don't want this scrap. I need only finished good. For some cases, if it is very expensive, then we'll request to hand over that byproduct as well. Clear?
Yeah.
So did you see anyone oil shop? Think if you know oil how the manufacturing, so along with the oil manufacturing, they will get the black color sheets. You know?
What's the black?
You know?
I don't know black color.
Your voice is too low. Can you speak loudly?
Oh, yeah. What black color is it?
Yeah.
Uh,
So that product is too expensive. You know, oil also expensive,
yeah.
and that product also is very expensive. They are using for the animals food. I think this product they
Yeah.
are using for the animal food. Yeah, they will sell these goods, tons of goods to the farmers for their food. Okay?
Yeah.
So those we call as a byproducts as well. Okay? So in case if I send, suppose let's say sir, 10 pieces chili powder. So let's say sorry, let's talk about the 10 kgs. Okay. The 10 kgs of chili powder, my requirement. Okay. For this, I 100 kgs of chilies. That chilies I'm okay. Transfer to the subcontractor. So he is preparing that red chilies using the 100 kgs of red chilies. He using and he ready to prepare the 10 kgs of chili powder. For some cases, what will be happen? Okay, there might be quality of the red chilies. We may get only 9 kgs, or we may get ready to get 11 kgs. That means instead of using this one, instead of getting 10 kgs, it might be get extra product also. Okay, or some case we the client is requested only 10 kgs, so I can use only 90 kgs of the red chilies. I can use only red chilies 90 kgs and I prepare the 10 kgs because the red chilies are good quality. In some cases, it is red chilies are poor quality. They maybe get only 9 kgs. So it is not necessary exactly we will get the same product. We will get the same quantity. How much required quantity. So those cases we are doing that adjustments. So subsequent adjustment. Okay. In this case, what we will do? If suppose we get only 9 kgs, then we'll send the extra 10 kgs to red chilies to the vendor. Sorry, boss. I think this quantity raw materials are not good, so we are sending 10 kgs extra. Please prepare the total 10 kgs of red chili powder. Okay. If we are getting the we are using only they are using only 90 kgs red chilies, then the other 10 kgs they can withdraw to the they can send back to the ours. So those we call as a subsequent adjustment. Clear? Any doubts here? Clear? Can I go ahead
Yes,
for
sir.
the next topic?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Next, let's go to RTP. So how many you know RTP, returnable transport packaging? Returnable transport packaging. How many people know about a returnable transport packaging? What is the purpose of returnable transport packaging? So whenever we had a discussion, across any process, so let's take one example and we'll discuss about that so that you will be understand easily. So what is the RTP? Any idea? No. Can you speak loudly?
No, sir, no idea.
Okay. 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 So returnable transport packaging is nothing but like some goods, okay, without container or support. Okay, it is not possible to carry. Some goods without container not possible to carry. What are those products? What are those products? All liquids here. All liquids. This is not possible, right? Like water.
Water.
Can you carry the water without container?
No.
So there should be some water cover or water can. Okay. Gas. Is this possible to without container gas?
No, sir.
So gas cylinders, right? So we are using gas cylinders, right? So here, if you see that some cases what will be happen, okay, instead of the gas cylinder is too expensive. Gas cost is very less, but whatever the containers which is we are carrying, those are very very expensive, right? So those cases what will be happen? We are requesting the customer to return back those goods, or the vendor is requesting to us, please return those containers. It is very too expensive. Okay, let's take the example of the gas cylinder. Okay, gas cylinder. Now the gas wala he supplied the cylinders to my location. So they're requesting that please return back the cylinder. So once I use this gas, I can return back the cylinder to the vendor. Right? Same water cans. So there is some occasion in my location. So I'm just ordered that, okay, 10 water cans. Okay. Once you utilize this water, you can return back to the cans to the vendor. So the returnable transport packaging is nothing but like the goods which is carrying with the containers. Okay, those are you need to be returned back to the vendor. Okay, so how you are doing this process in the SAP? That is the concept here. Here only it is returnable. That means return back to the customer. What to transport packaging materials, right?
There are transport packages like
Yeah, these are the transport packaging material carrying. Okay, clear?
clear.
Sagar,
Yes, I do.
it's clear, right? Okay. I think project order stock. I think you and sales order stock. I think you already aware about this one might be. Okay, this is the production will happen. Production will happen because of this project order, or it may be sales order. Okay, or the procurement will be happen because of this project order and sales order. So when you buying the goods, especially for the project order or sales order, we reserve the stock for either project order or its sales order, right? So that we call as a project order stock and the sales order stock. So the stock completely it is reserved for project order. So you cannot use this product for any other purposes. It is only for that project. So let's say let's see how I can say there is a construction building is there. Construction. Okay, construction is going on. So this construction, let's say uh, my home builders. Okay, they created one project like my home Alexia something Alexia project. Okay, they created this Alexia project. Now this select a project, the construction is going on. Now they ordered that they need bricks. Okay, they need bricks. So this project, they created one code, project code. Okay, under this project code, they are divided that activities. Okay, the activity one is the WBS one, work breakdown system. They created a work breakdown system. Okay, in WBS one, what is that WBS one? Is that only for the ground floor? So ground floor and okay, like other services like pillars, okay, pillar constructions, all these things, it will be like in the work breakdown system. So they allotted that 1 lakh rupees budget for this. Okay, so this whatever you buying this, whatever the you are buying this bricks and sand or anything, okay, which will go under the this work breakdown. Okay, when I'm using this work breakdown, the system will check that okay, this 1 lakh rupees is the allotted budget. This is the budget. Okay, so when you buy the bricks, okay, today I'm using the 10,000 rupees for the buying the bricks. Okay, so this 10,000 rupees bricks is only allotted to the this project. Okay, and again next to the tomorrow, if I plan for the 90,000 rupees of the bricks, then again this 90,000 bricks is allotted only for the this work breakdown, this project. Okay, so when this 1 lakh rupees is completed, tomorrow if I order for the 10,000, the system will give the error message like, okay, boss, you already using the 1 lakh rupees, so your budget is 1 lakh rupees only. You cannot order further. Why? Because your budget is already crossed. Okay, then again you need to request to the WBS team, project team, boss, it is crossed that. Please increase the your budget. Then they can increase this
They let
budget from 1 lakh to 2 lakhs rupees. Okay,
but the
so
price
here the
of the
point
price.
is whatever we are buying the products, all it is all it is the only purpose of the project. So that's why we call it as a project order stock procurement. Okay, so this completely scenario is a project order stock procurement. Clear? Any doubts on this one?
Yeah.
Agar
No, I
Silence.
do not.
no. Okay. Okay. Now go to sales order stock. Sales order stock procurement. So last we had discussed about project order stock. Now we are talking about the sales order stock procurement. Okay. So what do you mean by sales order stock procurement? Anyone can give an idea? Simple. So it is a customer. The customer ordered a product. Can you go on mute? Can you go on mute? Hello.
Yes, yes.
There is. I'm getting some disturbance here. Can you go on mute? Okay. Okay. Now the sales order stock is like a customer he specially orders some product. Okay. Let's say suppose sports car. Okay. Sports car. He requested that some designed sports car or some like some customized sports car. Okay, so in those cases, what will be happen? Okay, you should order, you should get the stock, especially for the this customer order. Okay, so last time when you see that Sachin ordered something like sports car, he requested that some customized sports car. So they are prepared this customized sports car using that. some products, so the main products which they have bought from the outside, it's only for the custom order. So they requested this customer order, they requested all the components, whatever they are buying, they requested that in the special customized one. So here the point is, whatever the goods which we are buying for the customer purpose, you should reserve the stock for the only for the some only for that customer order. Cannot use for the other customer orders. Clear? Like like one more example. If I'm in the 11 feet person, okay. If I want to use the normal car, okay, it's very difficult. So I ordered that. Okay, boss, I requested Honda showroom. Boss, I'm a little bit too tall. Okay, so I just need a customized car. So can you manufacture for the can you manufacture car for me? Okay, so then the Honda showroom, they have prepared that okay, customer order. Okay, so whatever the using the customer order for this product, so whatever they are using raw materials, semi-finished goods, finished goods, packing material, all these things, it is only especially for this customer order. That is for the 11 feet person who ordered the customized car. Little bit, okay, clear?
Okay.
So what are the goods we are buying from the vendor is completely only for the, it is completely reserved for the only customer. Okay, the manufacturing of the customer order, we will use the same products whatever we ordered. Clear? Any doubts on this one? Okay. So as of now, what we had discussion, third party procurement process. So did you understand third party procurement process?
Yes.
Okay.
Third
So
party
yeah, third party
procurement
procurement process
for
is nothing
vendor
but like a,
consignment.
yeah, we requesting vendor to directly transport to the customer. Simple. Okay, we requesting vendor from MM point of view we are talking about. We requesting vendor to directly ship to the goods to the customer. That is a third party. Okay, vendor consignment process. We requesting vendor to keep the stock in our premises. Okay, whenever we require, we utilize the stock and we will pay the amount. Okay, that is a vendor consignment stock. Correct? Did you understand vendor consignment process? Any doubts? Any doubts on the vendor consignment process?
No.
All right.
No.
Okay. Next, subcontracting process. Subcontracting process is nothing but like a job work. Okay. So we have the components. We have the components. We requesting subcontractor to prepare the finished goods by using the my components. Clear? RTP. That is, next one is RTP. Returnable transport packaging. Okay, returnable transport packaging is nothing but like some products which is very it's not possible to send the product directly to the customer. Okay, we have to use some packing materials. Those packing materials might be expensive, so those cases we requesting customer to return back to the those packing materials. So that we call as a returnable transport packaging. So here in our point of view, the vendor requesting to them to return back the packing materials. It may be gas cylinders, or it may be water cans, tankers, anything might be. Clear?
Sure.
The next one is project order stock. So what are the goods we are buying from the vendor, okay, especially for this project, okay. So those called project order stock. So it's reserved for the project. And the same case in the sales order also, whatever we are buying the goods from the vendor, that is the completely purpose of the customer. Okay. So in this customer sales or procurement stock, I can give one more example if you want. Okay. If suppose there is a some small celebration is going on. Okay. So the 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 hotel wala, okay, he ready to provide this food items. We order food items to the nearest hotel, so they are preparing the food for the my celebrations. Okay, so it's my customer requirement. I requested them to prepare some soup. I requested them to prepare the biryani. I requested them to prepare some gulab jams. Requested from some curries. Okay, but these are all I requested them use some brand. Suppose let's say Dawat biryani rice. So please only Dawat biryani rice. Okay, then when you're buying Dawat rice, it is the purpose of you buying that only for this customer. Regularly you are using different one, but you are not like that rice, but you're requesting that please buy Dawat rice. I don't want to go with any other rice. So that is the customer requirement. So they can sometimes they can demand also. So those cases, what we'll do when you are buying these goods, we will especially mention that okay, this is the customer order requirement. So we will lock this product for the only customer, this customer. I don't want to use this product for the any other customer, or I cannot use also. It is a reserved for the customer. Right? Clear?
Sure.
Yes.
Okay. Any doubts on this one? This all procurement process.
Yeah. No.
Any doubts?
No.
Yes, please. Hello.
Yeah, I think that's
Hello. Hello.
No, I don't have from my side.
Okay.
okay.
Okay. What about Guru?
No.
Your voice is getting too low, Guru. Sometimes you're asking question or you're thinking. So right. So go on mute, and when you want to speak, you just come out and speak loudly.
Okay.
Okay. Clear?
Yeah,
Okay
clear.
then. Yeah. Okay then. So can I stop the class today, or will continue?
No, it's time to my ready
Uh,
to work.
Sorry.
No, sir. Tomorrow will continue.
Okay. Okay. Okay then, guys. So we'll continue tomorrow. Okay.
Sure.
Bye.